Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Downloading a new day.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
You heard the news earlier today. Scott brought up the fact that this plastic surgeon up in Sacramento got a traffic ticket. He went to do the Zoom court thing, which I didn't know that was a thing. So I might try to get my ticket down.
Federal employees are the ones that are worried the most about the about getting.
So I got that speeding ticket. Maybe I'll fight it, and I could just do it right here in the studio. But I think that
while you're doing your job,
I think the judge would be okay with that because I don't have a human's hands in my life. Apparently, this surgeon was in surgery when he decided
he's a cosmetic hand surgeon.
No, he had. Well,
you said he had this human's hands in his life.
He has this human's life in his hands. Oh. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Thanks for catching that.
That would be a horrible segment of the plastic surgery field. What kind of plastic surgery do you do? Well, that's
like when I said
I do boob jobs and noses. What kind do you do? I do hands.
What does it mean when you screw that up? Remember the other day I did Jiffy and Skip instead of Skippy and Jiff? Yeah. I always back things that screwed up. But anyways.
You always back things up, huh?
Yeah, I back it up. Dr. Green, he's a plastic surgeon. If you found out this guy was doing surgery on your wife, or somebody that you know, somebody you really love, mother, wife.
It's possible. That. I mean, people go elsewhere to get plastic surgery done all the time.
And in the middle of the surgery that he's supposed to be doing on them, he's doing some Zoom call with a judge to fight his traffic ticket for going 10 over. That pissed me off. Dr. Green up in the Sacramento area. This is the court commissioner. This is the guy that comes on. I watched the video. This guy comes on and kind of sets it all up. The police officer, makes sure the police officer's there, makes sure that the defendant is there. And then after he gets everybody set up, he goes and gets the judge.
So unless I'm mistaken, I'm seeing a defendant that's in the middle of an operating room, actively engaged in providing services to a patient. Is that correct, Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
I do not feel comfortable for the welfare of a patient if you're in the process of operating that I would put on a trial.
Okay, I'm sorry. They screwed up the title of the soundbite. That is the actual judge talking about that he doesn't want to move forward.
Yes, sir.
I do not feel comfortable for the welfare of a patient if you're in the process of operating that I would put on a trial.
I have another surgeon right here who's doing the surgery with me, so I can stand here and allow them to do the surgery also.
Well, okay. All right, then. I'll allow it.
I don't think so. I don't think that's appropriate. I think I'm going to come up with a different date when you're not actively involved or participating in attending to the needs of a patient.
Listen to this.
Oh, it's just a little rhinoplasty. I mean, come on.
This excuse is fantastic.
Patient.
I apologize, Your Honor, to the court. Sometimes surgery doesn't always go as...
The court. I'm concerned about the welfare of a patient based on what I'm seeing. Mr. Green?
Okay, so I guess his excuse is the surgery took longer than he thought, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're just running a little late with this one.
When I read the setup for this soundbite, I thought he was saying, well, you just never know when somebody's going to need emergency plastic surgery, and it's going to be right during your traffic court Zoom meeting.
Is it necessarily a bad thing that this was taking place? Because, I mean, they're going to hold your feet to the fire with the court if you don't make it. With Zoom, and this is part of the problem of not getting back and doing things into person in a timely fashion, because what we find out, and this probably is happening with the kids that are taking the Zoom classes and things like that, is they think that they could just turn on their computer and attend something. If this guy had a court date for a speeding ticket or whatever, you said it was traffic court, right?
It was traffic court, yeah.
For a speeding ticket or blowing a stop sign or something along those lines, if he had that date, he wouldn't have scheduled the surgery for that date. But he had that false sense of security that, I could squeeze another surgery in here. I'm only doing that on Zoom.
Yeah, I can do it. We'll get this surgery done. I'll do the Zoom with the judge, and then I'll get back into my next surgery. But this surgery ran long. Mm-hmm. So, I was thinking you could make him dumbass of the day, but if everything happened the way he said it did, what else is he supposed to do?
Well, and
he's already got the appointment. If he doesn't show up, they'll get put a bench warrant out for him.
When you're on Zoom, there's less accountability for your actions. What ended up happening here?
They rescheduled it.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so we'll just reschedule it.
Yeah.
If you don't show up for that court date, what happens to you there? you get a warrant for your arrest. So it's we are letting people slide on Zoom with their obligations.
I have to backtrack some of my comments earlier before we heard all the sound in the full story, because I was thinking, man, I'd be pissed at this guy, because I figured I thought he just scheduled this surgery even though he knew he had to do a Zoom with the judge for traffic court, but that doesn't sound like that's what he's saying. He sounds like he's saying, well, this surgery went a little long.
If he's telling the truth.
If he's telling the truth, then it's really not his fault. He was just trying, what are you going to do?
Surgeon, doctor. I mean, you gotta get it while you can, right?
You miss your court date next time you get pulled over for, not having a taillight or, I don't know, for some reason, and you could be in handcuffs going in front of a judge.
Not if you schedule it on Zoom. Just say you're busy. Busy working.
See, I had a plan with my ticket. I was going to summons the officer, because you can do that, right? You did that, and that's how you got off of your ticket. Mm-hmm. And I would say, prove it. Make him show up. And if he had to go to court and drive down there and make time, and, he's not going to do that for everybody he wrote a ticket for that day. They had a speed trap. He was writing tickets probably all afternoon. They had like 5 of them out
but
there.
He will, though, if he was conducting a speed trap.
But if it's Zoom, now he can just do it from anywhere.
That's true.
So that's not going to work.
That is true. If it's a speed trap, there's a bunch of you that are going to be listed on that agenda for the court that day. So that same police officer is going to be like, okay, Jeremy, Samantha, Bill, we're going to have you stay right there, officer, and the next person you have to deal with too.
Oh, all the people that he wrote tickets to? You think that's how they schedule it?
No, it happened the one day I went. There was a guy.
That's good inside information to know.
There was a police officer that had written 2 different tickets, and they said so. They heard the cases back to back, so the guy didn't have to get up and leave and go sit down and then get back up again, so he could get back to work. They're like, okay, we're going to hear these 2 first because we have an officer here for both of them.
Oh man, the guy that faced him second had to be pissed. Damn it!
Somebody else in the kitchen into. Hey, come here. Put these onions into this. I'm going to start doing that with my kids.
Well, this guy says he's got a true remedy, a test-proven remedy that will help you. Go ahead.
There's a couple of remedies that I've always used. I do a lot of fishing, and it's lemon juice. Straight lemon juice or lime juice. You just wash your hands with that, and it really does cut the secondary smell off your hands. It works wonders, especially if I'm preparing smoked fish and stuff like that. Yeah. Smoked fish, you can never get that off your hands if you get it on you. But, with some lemon juice, takes it right away. So give it some time.
Thanks for the tip. Appreciate it.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. All right. So if you don't have lemon juice around, I guess you can buy that lemon and lime juice in the little plastic bottle at the store. That'll get it off your fingers. As far as syrup goes, I would just wash it with warm water and soap.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It sticks around, man. It sticks around.
Not with lemon juice. Willie just writes in. He says that, hey, he swears by it. So there you go.
Hashtag happy birthday. Lawn Boy Kevin celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, really?
I don't even get any
Lawn Boy Kevin
love.
You don't get what?
Oh, there you go.
I didn't know he was having a birthday today.
Get this.
How did you know that?
Lawn Boy Kevin.
Did he text you, say, hey, wish me a happy birthday on the radio?
I'm seeing it on Facebook right now.
Lawn Boy Kevin.
This is an interesting fun fact. Lawn Boy Kevin, who I'm guessing is way over 27 years old, but shares a birthday with...
I've seen his receding hairline. I'm pretty sure he's,
a golf course in which he does not work at. So happy birthday, 27 years old today, 27 years young, I should say, to Hunter Ranch Golf Course. This day, 27 years ago.
Boy Kevin.
Hunter Ranch Golf Course opened up.
Okay.
So get on out there and
swing the sticks.
Does Lawn Boy Kevin celebrate his birthday at a competing golf course? That's the question. Right there.
Like mowing their grass?
No. Not working. Like,
playing a round of golf?
For leisure.
I don't know what he does.
Does he go play a round of golf there because he shares a birthday there?
I don't know. Maybe he should get a deal. Everybody who has their birthday on the day that Hunter Ranch has a birthday should probably get some sort of deal.
Happy birthday. It's like caddy day at the pool. You get like 15 minutes. They give Lawn Boy Kevin 15 minutes on the golf course, and then he's got to leave. And it's like at 5:45 to 6 o'clock, right before the sun goes down.
Somebody just texted in, thanks, Jeff. Did Lawn Boy Kevin get a new cell phone number and he didn't tell us? If that's you, Lawn Boy Kevin, let us. Oh, there it goes. Now it came in. I think our program's having a problem today.
Hold up.
Now it says Lawn Boy Kevin.
Lawn Boy Kevin got a burner phone because he doesn't want to be called Lawn Boy Kevin anymore?
No, his name just popped up. I think it's the software that we use, this website or whatever, for our text.
I wouldn't put it past Lawn Boy Kevin. Happy birthday,
I said
buddy.
happy birthday to you, too, you jerk. Jeez.
Lawn Boy Kevin.
Hashtag the Golden Globes last night. Borat won a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy.
To the all-white Hollywood foreign press, I've got to say this movie couldn't have been possible without my co-star, a fresh new talent who came from nowhere and turned out to be a comedy genius. I'm talking, of course, about Rudy Giuliani. I mean, who could get more laughs out of one unzipping? Our movie was just the beginning for him. Rudy went on to star in a string of comedy films, hits like Four Seasons Landscaping, Hair Dye Another Day, and the courtroom drama A Very Public Fart.
I still would like to know what happens in that. I know you haven't seen the latest, but...
The latest Borat movie? No,
yeah,
I have not.
But, you know, they totally set him up. He thought he was being interviewed. This girl's coming on to him. She's young. She's like, let's go somewhere and get more comfortable. He unzips his pants, and then somebody bangs out in another room that he's coming in. Hey, what's going on? And he jumps up, zips up his pants. It's disturbing, gross, uncomfortable.
I just don't understand how it gets
But it's
made.
worth the whole movie just to see that scene.
I feel like the wool is getting pulled over our eyes because I don't know how you sign off on the okay for that to become a motion picture if you're Rudy Giuliani.
I don't think
Unless
he,
they just
I don't know if
throw
he did.
Sacks of cash at you.
Yeah, but he's already got. I mean, God, he's an attorney.
But
he's
still.
Donald Trump's attorney. I mean, for God's sakes, I don't think he's hurting for money.
That's why I say it would take sacks of cash. Hashtag.
Lawn Boy Kevin.
Thank you for congratulating me on my first fish. I was just told that you said that.
Hashtag and medical advice.
Yeah.
I always turn to the KZOZ contingency for the best medical advice because I don't like copays and I don't like going to a doctor, especially when it's not a routine visit because, like, the way it works is I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about this problem I have that I got injured at the house late last night. I've had a splinter in my finger since about 9:30 last night.
Let me see it.
It went deep. Okay,
Can I see it?
you might get grossed out.
Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, we have plexiglass, so it's not like I can touch it. 'Cause
So-
you know, a lot of times when somebody says, "Oh, let me see it," and then they go to touch it, you're like, "No, don't touch it."
We got like 15 minutes of cutting away skin to try to get to it, and still could not get to it. I believe it went straight in. It did not go in at an angle.
Wow.
Because it hurt. Like the minute it went into my index finger on my left hand.
What were you working on? Your deck?
No, I was going to shut. It's stupid too. I was going to shut the gate, but you know the little. I don't know what you call that thing, but it's
The latch?
the little pin that goes into the hole in the ground. It was stuck on in another hole that holds it open, and I didn't know it was stuck. And I went to shut it, and I grabbed it really hard, and then
That's what she said.
a piece of wood came off the fence, and it was not good news. So it hurt down at the bottom of my hand the minute it went in, like it hit a nerve.
Ah.
Look at all that skin that we ended
Here, just show me the.
up cutting away. See that?
And it looks like nothing from here. It's probably the
Because I
bad.
put Neosporin
It's probably the
on
bad lighting in here or something.
I put Neosporin. You can see.
You just have to wait for it to work itself out.
Is that what it does? I mean, I've heard that. Okay, does it just work itself out, or does it? It bled and bled and bled and bled and bled and bled and tried to cut away and tried to get to the splinter. I mean, it went straight in. It did not go in at an angle. I've used tweezers. I've used a razor blade to cut down into it. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's painful too. And the thing that sucks is it's your index finger. So
Well-
what do I do on my Monday through Friday 9 to 5? I do nothing but type.
Yeah, you got to learn to type with your middle finger.
Yeah, so I'm like
Or your
holding
thumb.
this. I look like I'm at a tea party typing because I'm holding a finger in the air.
Well, if you have any advice on how you get a deep ass splinter out of your finger, I don't feel there was a cartoon about this. 805-543-3693.
And the
Jeff would
thing-
love to hear from you.
As I'm sitting there picking out the the skin on my finger to try to get the splinter out. I'm thinking the entire time, I'm like, man, if I were to call work tomorrow and say, man, I'm not feeling good because I got to get this splinter thing taken care of, they would laugh and ridicule me. But if I said I had a cold, they'd be like, stay home.
No.
Stay home, dude. Stay home.
They would, no, just me. It would just be me that would laugh and ridicule you. I don't think anybody else here would be.
Over a splinter?
Over a splinter.
I would hope more people would. If I called in and I said, hey, I got a splinter in my finger, I can't make it in today, I hope that would not be a legitimate reason.
This building is full of snowflakes.
But if I said I had a cold, they would be like, oh, you got to stay home for 10 days. Don't forget, tomorrow's Taco Tuesday, Jeremy. $2.50 for their tacos. And you had their tacos. Fatty.
Yeah, big ones.
Fatty taco. You're going to fill up tomorrow.
805-543-3693. You can call in right now. Before we get to the winner and know the show, though, we have some guys on hold that want to give you some advice about your Splinter.
Oh, okay. Right. Much welcome advice.
What were you doing? You were shutting your gate and you...
Oh, yeah, and it just grabbed me, and it was not good news.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, does he know, is it cedar or redwood on his fence?
It was redwood.
Redwood?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to bear with it. It'll fester up in about 2 days, and then squeeze it. It'll hurt, but it'll pop right out. But you got to let it, redwood and cedar will fester up, and then squeeze them right out.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, good morning.
What if I'm not sure what kind of wood?
All right,
what if it was Doug fir?
I don't know. What's your name?
Paul,
What do you got, Paul?
well, you're talking about the Splinter.
Yeah.
Have them find a really good-looking nurse, and she can help them soak it in cider.
Cider? Like what? Like apple cider?
Soak it in cider.
Oh, I got it.
What else did you expect, Jeff?
Medical,
Keeping it classy.
medical advice from the KZOZ community.
Epsom salts work, too.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Advertisers, you can reach this audience. 805.
All right, bye.
Epsom salt. I thought he was talking about apple cider too.
I was like, what do you mean, like apple cider vinegar?
Rick is up for Know the Show. Did you get the joke right away, Rick? Or are we just slow or what?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's an old one.
Oh, okay. All right. So Jeff brought this up today. He said this is probably good news for Tiger Woods. Do you remember what it was?
That Ben Hogan had similar injuries, and he won 6 of his 9 majors afterwards.
Yeah, that's exactly
he
what
did
it
not
was.
hit a tree. He hit an oncoming Greyhound bus head on, and he had more injuries than Tiger Woods. And given the fact that in 1949, I don't think
1949.
Yeah, I don't think medical science is where it's at right now. Back in 1949, and Ben Hogan won 6 of his 9 majors after that. So,
yeah. So hey, nice job, by the way. Congratulations.
I'm the one that just called about if it's redwood splinter, you got to let it fester, and then it pops right
okay.
out.
Then what if it's Doug fir? I don't know what
Doug fir. You need to try and dig it out immediately.
Oh, great.
Too late. Hold on, bud.
12 hours too long?
Well, that was going to be my suggestion is you let it kind of, your body will like reject it out of there. And it's going to hurt for a couple
happens,
days.
Right? Yeah.
But if you keep digging and digging, you're going to make a big wound worse than the
scar. And yeah.
You've already done that, it sounds like.
Yeah, you want to see the wound?
No. Oh, it doesn't look like much. He wants to show you his boo-boo. You want to see his boo-boo, Seth?
But the problem is I'm always going to have that little weird indentation in the tip of my
Oh, I've done that. I figured I got the most recognizable fingerprints in history because I've clipped the ends of my fingers so many times.
Well, now I can go rob a bank. Nobody would know it's me.
You know what I
they
have?
know exactly because the guy with the thing.
You ever notice that my thumbs?
Today.
Yeah.
My thumbs look a little chewed up. Bass thumb. Sticking your hand in the bass mouth.
Yeah.
Your teeth.
Well, you ever run into those? Does anything ever come out the other end? You get hit by bass turds.
Oh, I've been hit. You ever go salmon fishing in the fall?
Those bastards.
Yeah. Let me just say, they procreate all over your leg.
Bro.
Oh, yeah, the wrong season. Yeah. That was my first guess when you said something you hadn't done. I thought, I bet it's catch a fish.
It was.
Because you had mentioned getting skunked, but I was thinking, you didn't.
Rough.
Yeah, and you wouldn't talk about fishing much if you weren't catching none. So, yeah.
Talk about it now.
Takes one to know one, kind of.
You know what the best part is when you go out there and you catch, your fish, and then your buddy doesn't catch any? Mm-hmm. The fact that he didn't catch any.
Oh, yeah. Even if it was 1-0, you still, it's a shutout, man.
And then the whole way back, driving back, oh man, that was a rough day for you.
Remember Margarita last summer? Remember Margarita last summer?
You're only good as your last fish, right?
Bye.
93.3 KZOZ rocks.